Here we go.
What's going on, guys? It's been a while. I haven't talked to you guys, and I think it's like been like 2 to 3 weeks. Did you guys miss me? I hope you guys did. First question you're probably asking is, where have I been? Well, long story short, my internet satellite dish, because I have satellite internet, the satellite broke, so we had to wait for them to not only send us a new one, but for them to install it. So that's where I've been. I've been without internet, so I couldn't edit, I couldn't upload, I couldn't do any of this stuff. So I haven't been able to talk to you guys, which means I'm a few movies behind. I'm going to the movie theater tomorrow, and I'm seeing 4 movies, and then after I see those 4 movies, I will be 8 movies behind. So please be patient. I will be uploading my reviews as soon as I can. As of right now, I have reviews to do for Neighbors 2, the Angry Birds movie, X-Men Apocalypse, The Nice Guys, and then after tomorrow, I will have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Popstar, The Conjuring 2, and Warcraft. So I will bring those reviews to you as soon as possible. I am not doing it in the order that I just listed. I'm going to do it in order of priority, in the order that I want to get it out. I want to do it in movies that I feel like are more important, and the movies that I feel like you guys want the reviews of more. So I will be getting those to you as soon as I can. And since I've been gone, I've been thinking a lot about my channel, and I think I'm going to make a change, and I hope you guys support my change. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I haven't been liking rating movies, like giving them a score. I don't feel comfortable with it. Partly because many of the times I rate a movie, it ends up changing. Like, I gave The Martian a 10, I gave Black Mass a 9, and then after you rewatch those movies and you've seen them multiple times, your score starts to fluctuate. But my thoughts don't really fluctuate. They're kind of still the same as they were. I still think The Martian was really, really amazing. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of last year, but I wouldn't give it a 10. And I think just giving it this arbitrary number doesn't really help out my reviews at all, and I feel like it's too easy. I feel like it's too easy to put a grade on a movie, and I feel like it's easy for the viewer, which is you guys, to not listen to my reviews and not listening to the words and my thoughts on whatever movie I saw. And I think that when you quantify it that much, I think it simplifies it too much, and I don't think that it's necessarily fair, and it doesn't even really make sense, because plenty of people, their score means different things for other people. Like, to me, a 7 is still a good movie. That's why I try to put the words with the numbers. Like, 10 is a masterpiece, 9 is excellent, 8 is really good, 7 is good, 6 is okay, 5 is mediocre, 4 is bad, 3 is really bad, 2 is terrible, and 1 is a shame to Hollywood. And I try to put those words on the number because I try to change it up a little bit, but I still feel like people focus too much on the number. Like, if I was to give a movie a 7, I still enjoyed the movie and I still thought it was good. I just had some problems with it. And I feel like people think that 7, like, if you gave a movie a 7, that you didn't like it. So I think I'm going to abandon this whole score thing. And so it kind of forces you guys to listen to what I'm actually saying and what my thoughts are. And then it'll put my soul to ease, because then I'm not thinking, well, did I give it too high of a score? Did I give it too low of a score? I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts and what I liked about it and what I didn't like. And hopefully you guys can make up your own score on whatever you thought that I would give it. So I hope you guys support that decision. It had been on my mind for a while, because I know another YouTube reviewer, Jeremy John, said he feels this way as well. And I think the tipping point for me was, there's a YouTube channel called I Hate Everything. I really love this channel, and they, ironically enough, and he made a video on what his thoughts on this whole thing was. So I'll put that link in my description. It's a really interesting video, and if you want to know what I think more about this whole topic, you can watch that video, because I really see eye to eye with him and everything that he thinks about this whole topic. So because I've been gone, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I have a Loot Crate to show you guys. I have some Blu-rays to show you. I recently went to Philadelphia Wizard World, so I get to talk to you guys about that. And also, I want to show you a project I'm working on. So let's get started with opening last month's Loot Crate. Now, this Loot Crate theme is Power. This is for last month. I've already opened this crate. But I just want to show you guys it because I want to keep the streak going and show you each month's Loot Crate. So we have this little keychain of, I believe it's Chiron from Dragon Ball Z. Let me show you guys that. I believe it may be Shinron or Chiron. I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan, but I try to watch it from time to time because that's a pretty entertaining show. We have, I love this. This is honestly one of my favorite crates that we've had in a while. This is the Infinity Gauntlet Oven Mitt. You can control the powers of the kitchen, but apparently you can't actually, because I was reading that a lot of people's oven mitts were like burning through when they were trying to use them. So apparently this is a very crappy oven mitt, and you're not supposed to use it on anything hot, because they released a lot of these pictures have had like really charred oven mitts and everything. So if you did get one of these, I wouldn't actually use it for its purpose and just use it because it's awesome. And with every Loot Crate, you get a t-shirt. I might wear this to the movie tomorrow because this is a Warcraft t-shirt, which is pretty cool. I hope the movie's good because I don't want to have a t-shirt of a bad movie. That would be awkward. And like this Deadpool figure right here, this guy, do you guys remember that? I remember that. I love this little dude. They sent another one. It's the same company called Q-Fig, and they sent one of the Hulk from Age of Ultron. I'll show you him. Get him out of his box. It's pretty sweet. Shows the Hulk like smashing onto the ground, wearing his pretty awesome Avengers pants. And with every Loot Crate, you also get pins, as you guys know. I'm not sure what this is. Someone enlighten me. Someone tell me what this is, because I don't know. Let's hope it's focusing. And then, of course, you get the Loot Crate magazine. This one has the Hulk figure on it. Pretty awesome Hulk, actually. They have pictures of everything. They have a Mad Lib. Ooh, they have a Thanos muffin. You can make Thanos muffins. Chocolate chips. Ooh, chocolate chip Thanos muffin. That's what you get when you get Loot Crate. You get to learn how to make Thanos muffins. And as always, guys, the Loot Crate magazine is a great thing to read when you're taking a poop. So that was May's Loot Crate Power Crate. If you guys want to subscribe to Loot Crate, I will put the link to their website in my description. So if you want to subscribe to them, please do it. It's totally worth the money. I can't tell you guys how much that I've loved subscribing to this. You get awesome stuff every month, and you get a freaking pretty awesome t-shirt every month. Those are always my favorite part. So also, since it's been a while, I gotta show you guys some Blu-rays that I've bought recently. It's been a pretty good Blu-ray time for me. I've gotten some really awesome deals on some Blu-rays. I'm excited to show you guys. The first one I got is the Steelbook for Southpaw. Southpaw is a boxing movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, where he has to kind of redeem himself. I really love this cover. It's a steelbook. I've been getting into steelbooks recently. I think they're very sleek. I love the way they feel, love the way they look. I got this for a very good price at a pawn shop, and I am super stoked that I got it. We have Watchmen, the director's cut, the Zack Snyder director's cut. I love Watchmen. And also, speaking of Watchmen, check this bad boy out. Got the Dr. Manhattan figure, pants and all. Glad he's not butt naked. That'd be weird. But yeah, people don't really like Watchmen, and I really don't know why. I totally love this movie. I think it's very well directed. The cinematography is awesome. It's a really, really faithful adaptation of one of the greatest, not only graphic novels, but I believe literature written in the past. I don't know when this came out. Since this came out, I think it's one of the best written things, literature. I love this graphic novel. I love this movie. And I did have it on Blu-ray, but I lost it. So I went and rebought it, also for a very good price. So I'm excited to add this back to my collection. Wanted. This is Angelina Jolie and James McAvoy before X-Men. This is such a goofy, ridiculous action movie. Totally self-aware. A lot of fun. You get to see Professor X shoot around Angelina Jolie, like it circles her entire body and hits a pig behind her. That's like the coolest thing in the world. There's so much ridiculous action set pieces in this movie, and I totally love it. We have the steelbook of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I am obsessed with this steelbook. I love the minimalistic art on it. It is a gorgeous case. And what's weird about this is I was at a pawn shop and I picked this up and I brought it, and the guy thought that it was a DVD, but it's actually a Blu-ray. And I wasn't going to tell him no, because DVDs are only $1 and Blu-rays are $2. So he rang it up for $1, so I got this steelbook for $1, which is the coolest thing in the world. We have The Raid 2. My awesome girlfriend bought this for me because I have the first Raid and I love the second Raid. So she bought this for me. So if you're watching this, thank you. I am obsessed with this movie. I really love this series. I would be super excited if they made a third one, because I believe this is the first and second Raid are some of the best action movies that we've had in a very long time. And if you haven't seen them, I strongly, strongly recommend. I'm not proud to admit that I have this, that I bought this. But I did, and I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. As a person who loves comic books, and who loves comic book movies, and who loves Blu-rays, I want you guys to please not judge me, because yes, I did buy Fantastic. This is a garbage movie. It's awful. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. But in a world where I have Batman and Robin, and in a world where I've strongly considered buying Green Lantern on Steelbook because it's pretty awesome, I feel like this is one of those movies where it's interesting to hate watch, and it's funny to see where all went wrong. And I really want to watch the special features behind this, because I want to know, I want to try to get more of Josh Trank's vision, and which I would love if they released a director's cut. I would not even be ashamed if I bought a director's cut for this movie. It's really bad. I don't recommend it at all, but I got it for very cheap, and no regrets. Another movie that I didn't love, but again, got it for a really good price, which is a good deal considering how recent this movie is. Furious 7. This is the 7th film in the Fast and Furious franchise. I don't love this movie. I really think I thought it was one of the worst in the series. I really enjoy Fast 5. I think the Furious 6 or Fast and Furious 6 or whatever it's called is really forgetful. And I think this one, people like it because they think it's so self-aware. But people were giving it, like, again, the score thing, they were giving it like really high scores, and I really didn't agree with that. I think I keep it in the same kind of place as Transporter Refueled, where it's just a really fun, ridiculous, self-aware movie. And I think you can't really have this double standard of Transporter Refueled was totally ridiculous and just off the wall insane, and so is this. So I kind of held them in the same spot. I really do like what they did with Paul Walker and the tribute that they had for him. That was really touching and really sweet. I guess for that whole tribute alone, I bought Furious 7. This is one of now my favorite Blu-rays that I own. This is the special extended director's cut of The Exorcist. This is one of the best horror movies of all time. And this is such a beautiful copy of it. You have the original theatrical cut and the extended director's cut, and you also have this really gorgeous art inside of it that I am totally, when I bought it, I I was just so excited that I found this because I totally love this movie. This movie is absolutely horrifying. Uh, and I was so excited that I could find such an awesome copy of it. It's just, oh my god, this movie gives me chills. This movie is so freaking scary. I'm starting to get really into not only Blu-rays, but just these really cool covers and these really cool like box art and stuff. So I got Dirty Harry, the classic Clint Eastwood film. And I know what you're thinking. Did I shoot 5 shots or 6? Well, you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? Clint Eastwood. I'm sure no one else can do a Clint Eastwood impression. But yeah, this has some really cool art inside of it, like the Exorcist copy that I have. And it's one of the best action movies of all time. Alright guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Star Wars, Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This is one of my favorite movies of last year. Words cannot express how much I love this movie. I have watched this at least 7 times since I bought it. The special features on this, the secrets behind The Force Awakens, is such a great insight to the behind the scenes of this movie. If you haven't seen that documentary, The Disc 2, I strongly recommend it. It is highly entertaining. This movie is awesome. It is revitalized and saved Star Wars, and thank you, J.J. Abrams. I really love the art. It's got this cool sheen. It makes the stars all like light up and all colorful and everything. And then you have some great box art. I totally love this movie, and I cannot stop watching it. Another movie that I got that I was really excited to see for the price that it was is the Superman triple feature. It has Superman 1, 2, and Superman Returns. And not only does it have Superman 2, but it's the Richard Donner cut, which is the only way to watch Superman 2. I already had Superman 1, but it had Superman 2 and Superman Returns, which I actually like Superman Returns. I feel like what they were trying to do, they did well, and they were trying to pay homage to the Richard Donner Superman Christopher Reeves film. I totally get it. I understand where they were coming from. It's a little boring. But if you rewatch the first Superman movie, it's a little boring too. There's not a ton of action scenes in it. I think Kevin Spacey does a pretty good job. I think Brandon Routh is a fine Superman. I actually enjoy this movie. And I think it's the Superman 3 that we never got. And I think it does that job very well. And I have no problems admitting that I own this on Blu-ray. This movie's hard to explain because it's not... it's Tron Legacy. I bought Tron Legacy on Blu-ray, which I feel like if you are going to own it, Blu-ray is the only way to do it because it's such a visually awesome movie. That's definitely the best thing about this movie, except for CGI young Jeff Bridges. He looks terrible. But everything else, the aesthetic look of this whole movie is something really to be admired. And I was, just for that aspect alone, I'm totally fine with owning this movie. I would love to have the original Tron. I really like that movie. I think it's one of the best video game movies that we've gotten. And I think people really forget that it is actually a video game movie. But Tron Legacy, not the worst thing ever, not the best thing ever. It's just a harmless movie that I feel like is really fun to look at visually. We have Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. This is such a fun watch that... This is one of those movies that has been remade. Hey guys, I'm going to get in my soapbox. Ready? Total Recall. Here's my soapbox. Ready? Okay. So, a while back ago, they remade Total Recall with Colin Farrell. And guess what? No one cares about it. No one remembers that they remade this movie. No one gives 2 craps because this original film is so awesome, and the fans of this movie are still fans of this film. So they don't care about the new movie. And people seem to get all up in arms about these remakes. Do you know what else they remade? They remade Psycho. Does anyone remember that? No. You know what else they remade? The Thing. Does anyone else remember that? No. So they remake all of these movies and no one cares. So that's why I feel like Ghostbusters, if Ghostbusters is a bad movie, no one cares. It will be immediately forgotten, and people are getting so up in arms about it. and it doesn't matter if it's bad. People will forget about it. No one's gonna remember it. And if it's great, then it's great, and people like it. But if it's bad, you know what else we have? You know what else we can watch? We can watch this. We can watch the original Ghostbusters because it's a great movie. Do you know what else isn't good? Ghostbusters 2. So your beloved franchise that has been perfect for so long, it hasn't been, because Ghostbusters 2 is not a good movie. This is a good movie, and if the remake of Ghostbusters with the all-female cast, if it's bad, who cares? No one cares. It'll be immediately forgotten, and you can still go watch the original, amazing, perfect movie. That's really the only reason I brought out Total Recall, is so I could talk about the new Ghostbusters movie, because I'm tired of people throwing it around and acting like it's the worst thing to ever happen. I also bought Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now this is the DVD copy that I had before. This is the DVD case, but I love the DVD case of this, and I didn't want to just throw out this amazing case. So I just took the DVD out and I put the Blu-ray in it, because you guys know what I'm talking about, because it's a freaking chainsaw, man. Speaking of remakes, this is an actually really good one. I really love this movie. It's a chainsaw. You can see that I did switch out the Texas Chainsaw Blu-ray right here. They even come with this little evidence envelope that has a lot of these pictures. Like there's a picture with Leatherface on it. They all have like evidence information on the back of it. And I'm not about to get rid of this. This is an awesome, awesome cover of what I believe to be one of the best remakes out there. Because the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's fine. It's more of like, it feels like more of a cult movie. It feels like a small indie movie. But I feel like this movie really revitalized this whole series, and I really appreciate what they did with this film. It's a ton of fun to watch, and it's a really great like throwback slasher movie, and it's one of my favorite remakes out there. Alright guys, so that wraps up my Blu-rays. That is all the Blu-rays I've got recently. And I wanted to talk to you guys about Philadelphia Wizard World, because I went there this past weekend. I had a lot of fun. I hung out with the Screen Junkies. I went to a few of their panels that they had. They were a lot of fun. We actually went and hung out afterwards. We went and got food, so I was hanging out with them. I'll put the link to their YouTube channel down below. You guys probably know who they are, but they're one of my favorite YouTube channels. They're all super nice guys. They signed my picture for me. We got to hang out. I really loved talking to Dan and Spencer and Andy. They're all really nice guys. So please, if you're not subscribed to their channel, please go subscribe to it. They have amazing content. And subscribe to Screen Junkies Plus, which is totally worth it. They give you content every single day, and you always have something to watch. I had a lot of fun talking to them. But also at Philadelphia Wizard World, I saw some panels with Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, who is Captain America, the Falcon, and the Winter Soldier. They were really fun to watch. They were really fun guys. They're really funny. And also there was a panel where there was Thor and Loki, and I got to be like 10 feet away from them because I was able to do press coverage for the Screen Junkies. Andy had asked me to take a few pictures, so I got to sit up in the front and take pictures during this really awesome big name panel. So that was a lot of fun. I'm really grateful for that. I got some really awesome pictures. It was really surreal being this close to like these humongous name stars like Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth. It was a lot of fun. I loved being at Wizard World. I got this. Check this out. This is the mask from the 1990s movie The Mask with Jim Carrey. I saw this thing and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it. This is from Arsenal Models. I will put their website. They have a lot of models that you can paint yourself or you can buy pre-painted. It's a really sweet website. Like they had the Idol from Indiana Jones. I was really considering buying it, but they only had the pre-painted ones, which was a little more money. But I got this thing, and it also fits like an actual mask. Like it actually fits my face. It's not just something that you like hang on the wall. But I was really impressed with their booth that they had there. They had a ton of stuff. They had guns from other movies and blasters from like Blade Runner and Star Wars and Star Trek and all this cool stuff that you really should check out their website if you're interested with props or painting or building models and all this kind of stuff. Really awesome stuff they have there. And speaking of models and things, I wanted to show you guys something that I've been working on. So this is part of a Kylo Ren figure. I did remove his arms and his legs, and I painted him a matte coat of gray. I'll put a description for Amazon to show you exactly what kind of paint I used or primer I used. But I was at a Goodwill and they had this figure and that figure, the Scout Trooper. They had both of these figures. The Scout Trooper was in much better condition than this one. This one had a bunch of scratches and looked like crayon marks. But what I'm going to do is I painted it, I primed it gray, and then I'm going to paint over it black. And I'm going to try to get him to look really cool and look really professional, look kind of like a hot toy. Because if you guys need to subscribe to, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, subscribe to Chris's Custom Collectibles, Cosplay Chris. He's got a YouTube channel where he does stuff like this all the time. He takes normal figures and pimps them out and makes them look like $300 figures. And he is really inspiring to me. I'm totally planning on doing a lot of the custom figures he does. He took the Jakks Pacific 31-inch Batman toy and made it into something that's like totally amazing. I am really looking forward to doing that. I'm supposed to be doing that very soon. So please subscribe to him. He is really inspiring to me. And I'm planning on doing some stuff to that Scout figure. I'm going to make him a little dirty, make him look like he's been running around in the grass. Put some grass stains on his boots and everything. But yeah, Cosplay Chris really has inspired me to do these custom figures and working on these action figures and making them look as more expensive than they actually are. So thank you to Cosplay Chris for inspiring me to do that. So please check out his channel. I'll put the link to his channel down in the description. Thank you guys for watching today. I'm sorry I've been on a brief hiatus. I'm going to try to catch up as quick as I can. I'm going to try to pump these videos out as fast as I can. So thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, click the link down below and subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and movie-related things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.